Readers, Mrs. Malstadt here. So glad you're back. So in the past, we had been working on using clues to figure out the meanings of words. We used text features in the text, like pictures and diagrams and captions. And then we also read the sentences and words around the new word. We looked for synonyms that came before or after the word we were trying to find the definition for, those words that mean the same thing. We also looked for antonyms, those words that mean the opposite. And then another strategy that we used was to look for that dash symbol, because many times the definition would follow. So today I want to teach you another strategy. Maybe you've tried everything else. You've used your context clues, you've used the text features, you've looked for synonyms and antonyms, and you still can't figure it out. You can use a reference to help you find that definition. So after you've tried to use those strategies, then you can check a dictionary or even an online dictionary, and I'm going to show you that today. But once we look at the dictionary, we have to think about how the word is used. Sometimes the word has multiple meanings and it can mean more than one thing. So we have to think about the context of the sentence and the topic and the big ideas. So let's try this out with using some words from our book on emperor penguins. So let's say that we're reading and they tell us that the emperor penguins live in Antarctica near the South Pole. This continent is the coldest place on Earth. And we're thinking, what do they mean when they say continent? Like, I think I have a general idea. The sentence before said Antarctica near the South Pole, so that might be examples of a continent. And then when I keep reading, it says emperor penguins are one of the few animals to live in this habitat year-round. So I don't know if habitat is a direct synonym for continent, but I know that maybe a continent can be a habitat, but I'm still not sure. So what I'm going to do is open up a new tab, and you can go to Google Dictionary. You can just type in dictionary into Google, and this little dictionary will pop up, and you can look up any word. So I looked up the word continent earlier. So all I did, and I'll show you how I did it. So I'll type in it again, continent. I hit enter or search, and then it says that we can filter definitions by topic. So continent in the world of geography or continent in the world of medicine. Well, geography has to do with places and maps and things like that. So I'm going to stick to the geography part. We're not reading about medicine. So it is a noun, a person, place, or thing. And it shows us if we want to make it plural, more than one, this is how you would spell it and say it, continents. So a continent is any of the world's main continuous expanses of land. Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. Okay, so remember, we have to think about that. Think about how the word is being used, and also think about that definition. That's a pretty lengthy definition, so let's break it down. Okay, so it's the world's main continuous, meaning going on, expanses of land. So I'm taking that to mean a very large area of land. And then it names these places. So Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America are all of the continents on our world. So Africa isn't a country. Africa is a continent. It's a big expansion of land, and there's countries within that big continent. Same with Asia. Asia has lots of countries within that big land mass. So Antarctica is a big mass of land. Let's see if we can try another one. What's another word we can look up? What about the word coast? So there are some clues that we can use. It says they spend much of their lives near the coast where it's warmer. So we can use our text features, our map. It says that their habitat is here where it's warmer, and kind of using the features of the map, I can see that's near the water. So I'm thinking the coast is a place near the water, but maybe I'm not sure. So we can go to the dictionary, and I'm gonna type in the word coast. Oh, and this one has pictures, that's helpful. Okay, so it also has a pronunciation guide. You can always click that and it'll read it for you. It's a noun, a person, place, or thing. To make it plural or more than one, we would say coasts. So first definition, the part of the land near the sea, the edge of the land. And for example, you could say it in a sentence, the west coast of Africa. And then it's got some photographs here. So this would be the coastline right here. So when we look back at our map, that does confirm my thinking that this is the coast. It's that land near the water. So I'm thinking that this is the definition for coast, but it also has some other definitions. 2, a run or movement in or on a vehicle without the use of power. Oh, so I'm thinking about like riding a bike. Have you ever ridden a bike and then you pedal, and then you let go? And you just coast without pedaling. So it's a movement without the use of power. You've already got that momentum going. So is that what they're talking about here? Are they talking about gaining momentum and just like going and coasting? No, I don't think that that definition fits within this context. I think our first definition, the part of land near the sea, based on the context of our nonfiction text, I think this is the correct definition. And so this verb right here just explains more about that movement. And so it gives us even more definitions of moving without power, even sailing along the coast, but in that idea of just coasting and moving along without power. And then they even give us a phrase, the coast is clear, which means there's no danger of being observed or caught. So when we hear that phrase, it means everything's clear, there's no danger. But again, that's not what they're talking about here. So that's why it's really important to think about how the word's being used so we don't actually accidentally pick the wrong definition. So readers, as you go through your reading and anytime you're reading, after you try your strategies to figure out an unknown word, you can always log on and check an online dictionary using that Google Dictionary feature to think about how the word is used so you can figure out the definition. Happy reading!